This video is to look at the different effects of verbal feedback techniques. Focusing in on external versus internal and positive versus negative feedback. To demonstrate this, we will be doing penalty shoots to demonstrate the different techniques.
Coaching instructions and cues are small points of verbal information. These points are used to inform an athlete how to perform a skill or task. Successful coaching relies on the coach's skill to communicate with the athlete using beneficial coaching points. These coaching points can enhance performance, but if the information is too long or too much, this can make learning the skill more complicated and harder to learn.
Coaching is where the coach would direct the athlete to focus their attention on the body movements associated with the skill they're trying to perform. There are two types of internal coaching which can be split up into subcategories. Those are broad and narrow. So for example, if you're doing penalty kicks and you're coaching, an example of a broad internal coaching point would be to spread your arms wide for balance, whereas a narrow one would be extend your knee rapidly to produce a great amount of force. An example to help illustrate this point, there was a study conducted by Kevin Becker and Peter Smith in Texas, where participants of 68 were put into random groups. Those groups were externally focused, broad internal, narrow internal, and a control group. And these groups all performed 5 standing long jumps to test which form of coaching would benefit their jump distance the best. So the externally focused group were coached by being told to jump as far past the start line as possible. The broad internal group they were told to use their legs. The narrow internal group were coached by being told to extend your knees as rapidly as possible, and the control group were given no additional coaching. The results were that the external group jumped much farther than both the broad internal and control group, as well as the narrow internal, where they gained no additional distance. This shows external coaching focus can be slightly or significantly beneficial when coaching a specific skill.
Jump cut.
External coaching cues are used to help the athlete focus on the movement effect or the outcome associated with the skill. An example in a sprint of an external coaching point could be stay long and low during the acceleration phase, or explode upwards towards the ceiling. Studies have shown that motor learning could be enhanced by directing a performer's attention to the effects of their movements through external focus, rather than to the body movements producing the effects through internal focus.
Positive feedback influences a performer's motivational state. Recent studies have shown that how positive feedback affects both motivation and the athlete's ability to perform the skill. Javiakovsky and Wolf's recent study also showed that positive feedback was not just limited to the younger generation, but for older generations as well, telling us that this feedback is beneficial for any age, and it is not limited in that respect. It also motivates participants, giving them a willingness to learn and to do better in their sport.
Negative feedback can cause a person to feel inadequate and less motivated to try. The more discouraged a person feels, the less effective their learning and retention. A 2016 study on a boxing match showed that they lost more time with more negative feedback. Not all feedback was purely negative or positive, some was neutral, a mix of both, and we found that this was probably the most effective.
These next clips here will demonstrate the combination of positive and negative feedback intertwined with an internal and external coaching focus. The audio here isn't the best, so I've had to add subtitles so you can actually hear what the coaches are saying and differentiate the styles of coaching and feedback. The first clip here is going to be me where I do internal positive, then move to negative, and then when Side becomes the coach, he will be doing external positive and negative.
Try push the net. There you go, corner. That's it. Corner. That's the corner. Overall external feedback has been shown to be the most efficient form of feedback so far. However, negative verbal feedback will hinder performance and the athlete's ability to learn. So although external feedback is good, if your coach is negative, it will not have the best retention or instinct motivation. Having a good balance of positive external feedback will be most beneficial to the athlete and will potentially see the most improvement in the skill, and may also see the highest amount of retention of the skill in later performance or practice sessions.